What's up, YouTube? Appreciate you for stopping by Six Brothers Beef. It's me, Kenneth. It's a beautiful day in Texas today, guys, so I'm gonna load up the big trailer smoker. As you can see, we've got the smoke rolling already. That's the chimney starter down here getting the coals ready for the big trailer smoker, or as I call it, the big dog. But we're gonna be rolling smoke on a USDA prime brisket, and it's the point end of the brisket where all those awesome burn-ins come from. It's a beautiful day in Texas, guys, so we're gonna load this bad boy up, and I wanted to bring y'all along. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscription button and the bell right next to it so you can keep track of all the awesome stuff that we're going to be uploading. And if you have some requests that you'd like to see on the channel as well, leave those down below in the comments. All right, guys, let's get this brisket ready. Alright guys, and here is our point end of our USDA prime brisket. It's got some awesome marbling going through here. Man, it's a beautiful day out here. What I want to do first is hit it with some all-purpose rub. This one in particular is the North Texas Barbecue Addict all-purpose rub, and that's a Facebook group. If you're interested in joining, look it up on Facebook, North Texas Barbecue Addicts. And I'm going to show you seasoning up this side. We're going to hit it with a heavy layer of the all-purpose rub, and then we're going to hit it with a decent sized layer of the Young Bucks brisket rub after that. This will be a good combination for this brisket. We're rolling with some hickory wood, so that's good with that. And then we're going to go on a decent size layer of the Young Bucks brisket rub, just like that as well. Push that in. I'm going to go ahead and let this set for about 10 minutes, and then we will season up the other side as well, and we'll get it onto the smoker. Alright guys, the smoker is up to temperature and this brisket's nice and sweat in. We're going to go ahead and set it on the far end for right now to start out. We're just going to let it roll with some hickory smoke and soak up that good smoke bath, and we'll check on this in about 2 hours. Alright guys, it's been 2 hours later and we've been rolling on the big dog. We're going to go ahead and refer to the trailer smoker as the big dog from this point forward. But we've been rolling on big dog for about 2 hours, like I said, around 230 degrees up to 265 degrees, just depending on where we were looking at the temperature on the smoker. And we've been on the far end, so that's the lowest and the slowest temperature, so that's real low and slow barbecue. It's time to go ahead and take a peek at it and see what it's looking like. Let me get this camera turned around and we'll take a peek. I know it's hard to see right now. Let me go ahead and reposition it, get you in the sun there a little bit more. This is what we're looking like. You can see the fat content is starting to get a nice golden color, but we're only 2 hours in, so it's not going to look a whole lot different. But we're going to keep rolling. We're going to go ahead and shut this down. I'm going to move it a little closer to the fire so it can be hotter and going a little quicker there and building a better bark. And we'll check on this in 2 hours and see what it's looking like. Alright y'all, we're at the 4-hour checkpoint and it's time to take a peek at our brisket. While we do, we're going to go ahead and spritz it with a little bit of apple cider vinegar and water mix. Let's see what we're looking like, and we'll also get an internal temperature reading. Man, that bark's setting in nicely. Let me zoom in for y'all real quick. Wow, you can see the colors changing well, the bark's starting to set in nicely. Let's go ahead and spritz this bad boy down. And you can spritz with all kinds of things. You could use just water, you could use Worcestershire. Today, like I said, we're using about 50-50 mix of the apple cider vinegar and water. That's looking awesome. Let's take an internal temperature reading and see where we're at. And it says we're right at about 134 degrees, 135 degrees internal. So we've got a while to go, but that's looking awesome. I'm going to shut it down. We'll check on this in 2 more hours and see where we're at. Alright guys, we're 2.5 hours later, and we're going to go ahead and take an internal temperature reading and see what we're looking like. The bark is setting in nicely. We got a nice color on it. It's smelling great with that hickory. We've been rolling anywhere from 240 to 265 degrees on the smoker, and we're registering 170 degrees internal on the brisket. So what I'm going to do now, go ahead and spritz it down with a little bit of apple cider vinegar and water mix. And I'm going to get this bad boy pulled and wrap it in some foil and let it keep cooking until we get to an internal temperature of 203 degrees. When we're pulling it after it's rested and we're going to taste test, I will catch back up with y'all. Alright guys, and here is our brisket point that we've been working on. And reminder, we put the YoungBucks brisket rub and the North Texas Barbecue Addict all-purpose rub on it. It's got an awesome bark and a nice color. It looks like it's extra juicy still. Now we want to go ahead and get our slices going this way. So I'm going to go ahead and start by separating this big chunk of brisket here. See how we did. Golly. It sure is juicy, guys. Let me pull that up here. It's looking awesome. I don't want to squeeze too much of it, but that's looking great. I'm going to go ahead and get another slice. I'll take it out of this smaller side here. Right there. That bark's insane. So we're going to go get us a good sized slice here. Just like this. Check that out. Completely juicy. Got a nice smoke ring on it. Y'all can see the bark also. I'm going to go ahead and cut me a small taste test and we'll give it a try. Look at that. Got a nice bend to it. Awesome. That fat rendered down perfectly. Awesome color. Cheers, y'all. And it's just like butter. That was so tender. Extra juicy, nice flavor from those seasonings. I'm going to get me a piece of this bark by itself. Golly, that's good. Reminder, we use that all-purpose rub, the North Texas Barbecue Addicts, and the YoungBucks brisket rub. Alright guys, this was awesome. This bark turned out perfect. Got a nice smoky flavor, and it's extra tender. That's all I got today. I appreciate y'all for stopping by. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell so you can keep track of more cooks like this in the future. I think this turned out perfectly. Alright guys, I'll catch y'all later.